Oh, actually, we have comments from the public for any item in section E. I don't believe we have any. So the board approved items E.01A, approval of vouchers, E.01B, approval of personnel matters, E.01C, Montebello School, Shamrock Farms, field trip, as consent agenda items. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes carried. Okay, at this time we have comments from the governing board. I'm going to forego mine this evening. Is there any other board member that wishes to speak?
The governing board?
Yes.
Yes, I did have a comment regarding the participation of board members when they are not present, and is it okay for a absent board member to participate in a school board using a personal cell phone from another board member? I just wondered if it was okay, because I would like to do that in the future if I'm absent as well. So I wanted to ask the question, if that is legal and it's okay to do.
Yeah, I know that I've asked that question before, and I know it went all the way to a opinion that came from the Department of the county, and they said that yes, you can be at a school board meeting present by telephone. So they didn't make it whose telephone, they just said you may be present through electronic.
Okay, I just thought it would be wise to have the board member that's absent to go ahead and call the school, the superintendent's secretary, since she is the one that is, calling in the school board member, and this way Jeannie can keep track of what's going on. That would protect all of us as well. But yeah, thank you, Mr. Zamora.
Thank you. Okay, prior to us going to the next portion of the meeting, we have comments from the public, and a request to speak at this time must have been initiated by filling out a request card and presenting it to the board secretary prior to the beginning of the meeting. So I do have some cards, and we will let you know that you have 3 minutes each to speak, and there may be a possibility, I just want you to know, because I do not want to be rude. My daughter just got a hold of my wife, and she has broken out with something I don't know, so I may have to excuse myself if it gets worse, so just want to let you know. Public participation meeting, and this is going to be public comment on teacher attrition and retention. Michelle Hadley.
Okay. Good evening, President Zamora and board members, Dr. Williams. My name is Michelle Hadley. I'm the secretary for the ADEA, and I'm speaking to you tonight on behalf of Alhambra teachers. As a newly elected leadership team for the ADEA this year, we created what may become an annual survey of the learning and working conditions in the Alhambra district. We received over 225 responses. All school sites are represented. Former employees comprise 1/3 of the total responses, as well as current employees. Also, enclosed are letters, we're going to be delivering you packets that have letters from our former employees explaining their reasons and their feelings of why they left the Alhambra district. Some of the following numbers I'm going to give you are preliminary percentages from the current and former employee responses to the questions involving the learning and working conditions in the Alhambra district survey. We had many positives from our survey, including the perception from the staff that our salary and health benefit packages are outstanding, and that we had 46.6% strongly agree that we are competitive, and 48.5% agree that we also deliver excellent benefits and salary packages for teachers. So thank you. One piece of data that concerned the ADEA was the number of teachers, support staff, and even administrators who, of the ones we polled, are leaving our district. And the numbers look like this. Of the teachers, administrators, and support staff who've left the district, 72.2% of them are their new working environment they consider better than the Alhambra district. 1.3% considered it about the same. 2.8% considered it not as good as the Alhambra district, and 22% did not choose to continue in education. Another item on the survey that was concerning us was the staff and students. We asked if you feel you are working in a consistently safe and a healthy environment. Of those, 2.5% strongly agreed they were, 25.2% agreed they were. However, 31% disagreed, and 21% strongly disagreed that they were working in a consistently safe environment. So our question was, we were wondering, what does that say for our kids, and how can we help encourage a climate that's going to be safe for not just our staff, but our children as well. So thank you for your time.
Good evening, everyone. I am in a letter in the packet that you'll receive, so I'm going to be really brief. My name is Nicola Hat, and I'm here today to represent many teachers in the district currently working that are afraid to come forward. They feel there could be repercussions if they speak their minds. So since I worked in this district for 14 years and left in 2011, I felt that I could speak for them, having had the same experiences as they had. Sometimes leading by intimidation doesn't work, and eventually people are going to stand up and rebel against that, and today is the day that that's happening. Thank you.
My name is Amanda Hess. I resigned from the Alhambra School District in 2012, and I am here also to lend my support to past and current employees that are afraid to speak up as well. I also enclosed a letter with more detailed reasons on why I resigned from the district, and I am available if you guys would like to speak to me in further time for those details.
Elizabeth, you all
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Emily Liscombe, and I'm a former teacher in Alhambra. I have enclosed a detailed letter that explains some of the reasons why I made the choice to resign. I am available to meet with you to discuss the details of my letter at a later date. Thank you for
Good evening, board members. My name is Elizabeth Ulloa, and I am a former employee of the Alhambra School District. I also have enclosed a letter explaining why I left, and I just want to let you know that you are my thoughts and prayers to make wise decisions. Thank you.
After Mr. Kratz, it will be Tammy Grant.
Good evening, Presidents and board members and Dr. Williams. My name is Jeremy Kratz, a former Alhambra teacher, and I'm here on behalf of the teachers who fear coming forward, and more importantly, for the students of our future. Among various reasons, I left primarily because of a culture of disrespect to teachers. My letter with more details is included in your packet, and I'm available for further information. The time to start respecting teachers again starts today. Thank you.
After Ms. Grimes, it will be
My name is Tammy Grimes. I am currently a reading specialist in a neighboring school district. I previously worked for Alhambra for 16 years. I was a highly respected, highly effective, and a happy teacher. But I saw how many of my peers and fellow teachers through the district were being treated, and I decided that I could no longer work for a district where teachers were treated so poorly, and I chose to leave. I am extremely happy at my new school, and my hope here today is that teachers here in Alhambra will have the chance to be as happy as I am. Thank you for your time.
Hello, I am Linda Lieberman. I taught with Alhambra for 3 years when they reached out to former employees of the district and asked us to come up with just to explain some factors that were involved in why we chose to leave and how we felt that working conditions could improve. I wanted to add my 2 cents, so there's a letter in there for me as well. When you get to Linda Lieberman, that's the short lady with freckles. Thank you.
Thank you. After that will be Constance Edgar.
Good evening, school board members. My name is Margaret Codina. I resigned from the district last year after 19 years as a teacher with the district. As you may recall, I spoke to you last April to share some concerns that I had. I now work for the Isaac School District as a reading specialist with the Move On When Reading program. I'm here tonight to lend my support to the teachers and students of the Alhambra District. I am encouraged that more voices have joined mine tonight in this endeavor. I sincerely hope that our voices will be heard. Thank you.
Mr. Zamora, Governing Board members, and Dr. Williams. My name is Constance, Vice President of ADEA. Over the spring break, ADEA will compile and publish a detailed report of the 2014 Learning and Working Conditions Survey results to present to the Governing Board and the Superintendent. The report will include employee comments providing some more insight into percentages for particular questions. In regards to the sensitivity and percentages pertaining to responses involving perceptions about employee morale, 98% believe that staff morale is of no concern. Voicing concerns, 95% believe there's a current concern about voicing them, and 52% issues with safety. We request to move from a public forum, the Governing Board General Meeting, to a private discussion, executive session. We do not believe we should be here in public saying these things. We think that there are people that we've worked with that are sitting all off this audience, they're current administrators, former teachers, former colleagues. We do not want to be saying these things in public. These are things that we should be taking care of together and conversing. So we believe that we don't blame anyone for anything. We don't mean any harm. We're here because we feel that it's important that we have a voice and that we speak up. And we truly think that we have something to share and bring to the table. And in the final result, this is best for children. This is what's best for children. How we perceive where we work is best for children. So we look forward to a meeting where we propose a process to work together to facilitate a change in employee perceptions of the learning and working conditions in the Alhambra District. So we wait for your response and communication so that we can take this to another venue. Thank you for your time and good evening.
I am here totally on my own. I appreciate some of what these people said, and it looks like I timed it for the right night. Many of you know who I am, and if you don't, I'll just explain a little bit. First of all, good evening, honorable board members. Thank you for all you do. I've been in your chair. It's a wonderful place to be, but it's also a lot of hard work. President Zamora, Superintendent Williams, thank you for letting me speak. I am a former board member, a former employee, a former volunteer, and mother of a former student. My son went 9 years in the district, and at the time it was the best district ever. I was proud to be part of Alhambra District. I work nearby. I hear a lot in the community. I still live and vote in this community. And Alhambra still has a very piece in my heart, but I'm dismayed by a lot of the things that I've heard over the last couple of years since I have left. So I'm not going to go on any longer. I've brought a short letter because I thought that was the easiest way to do for the board members and the superintendents expressing my concerns about employee morale and retention, and suggesting that you take a long, hard look at this issue because the kids are what's important, and if you don't have a content and happy and supported staff, then the kids aren't gonna get what they need. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, President Zamora, members of the board, and Dr. Williams. Last night I volunteered and participated in Alhambra's first job fair. What an exciting event. This boardroom was energized with true Alhambra spirit, ready to welcome potential new members to the Alhambra family. It was truly a positive night and very thrilling to meet other prospective teachers who are interested in the Alhambra School District. Everyone that was employed in another district and were interested in coming to our district because of the great salary, opportunities for professional development, and level of support. Many of them expressed how impressed they were with our level of implementation of Arizona's college and career ready standards, as we are in our third year and some districts have not yet begun this process. I can provide further evidence that proves this fact, as my position as a district academic coach allows me to attend trainings with many other districts around the state that have not enacted Arizona's college and career ready standards. Myself and my colleagues lead these trainings with validation, knowing that our teachers will be fully prepared and armed with the tools to meet the challenges ahead. As a 17-year veteran in the Alhambra School District, I'm excited every day to come to work, and I'm very appreciative of the opportunities afforded me for professional growth, training, support, as well as a high salary and benefits. It is no wonder that the prospective teachers that I spoke with last night want to become a part of such a supportive Alhambra team. This is the place to be. Thank you.
Good evening, President Zamora, members of the board, and Dr. Williams. My name is Denise Reese, and far too often we become so busy that we forget to stop and celebrate the positive things that happen around us. This year, I am honored to serve my 9th year in the Alhambra School District. And I would like to take a moment to offer my appreciation to the board, district staff, and our superintendent with my top 3 personal celebrations. Number 1, I am employed by one of the highest paid school districts in Arizona. Due to your conservative, responsible budgeting practices, I have received a salary increase every year. Last year, in addition to my increase, I was also able to move across the pay scale for clock hours I have earned from professional development. Sadly, I have friends who teach in other districts who have had to deal with pay freezes and unpaid furlough days. Celebration number 2. Thank you for continuing to offer a comprehensive employer-paid benefit package. In my previous life as a director in healthcare, it was virtually unheard of for an employer to offer a top-notch healthcare package with no out-of-pocket premium cost to an employee. To me, this solidifies your commitment to my health and well-being as being a top priority. Celebration number 3. Thank you for providing our contracts and calendars early this year. With the uncertainty of budget cuts in education, this greatly relieved mine and my family's anxiety for the upcoming year. So in closing, by taking care of my needs as an employee, you've allowed me to focus on my priorities, which are the students and teachers in the Alhambra School District. Thank you for your diligent efforts, and please know that your hard work and vision are much appreciated.
Good evening, President Zamora, members of the board, and Dr. Williams. I would like to go on record as expressing my appreciation for the extraordinary leadership from our superintendent and members of her council that allowed the Alhambra School District to provide a salary and benefit package to our staff that surpasses any and all from districts around the valley. And I'll speak for current employees. The majority of my teachers have expressed to me that they feel appreciated and supported thanks to the vision and inspiration of Dr. Karen Williams. In addition, they also feel prepared and valued. You need only read the evaluations from teachers after they have experienced a timely and effective staff development to know that they have no complaints and are proud to serve this community. This does not happen by accident, but by design. So I also go on record thanking members of the academic services team under the direction of Mara Whalen for their outstanding coaching and expertise. Our teachers know what is at stake and have chosen to put in the time and effort that it takes to make the belief that all children deserve a high-quality education with the opportunity to achieve the American dream a reality. As a principal in a high-needs school that has received the honor of A+ school, Rodell Exemplary Principal, and a mentor principal for BPIs, I work with principals from various school districts. From my experience, I can only tell you I am grateful we in the Alhambra School District put children first and therefore are not shackled by rules created for the convenience of adults. I've worked in other districts, and I can say without a doubt, I am most proud of the work I do in the Alhambra School District, and that is a direct result of the leadership of our superintendent, Dr. Karen Williams. Thank you for your time.
And we're going to talk about a special session, study session of the governing board will be held Wednesday, April 2nd, and a regular governing board meeting, and let me repeat that, Wednesday, April 2nd, and a regular governing board meeting will be held Thursday, April 17th. All meetings will be held at 6:30 p.m. or special times posted, and they'll be right here in this boardroom. I would like to entertain a motion for adjournment. Second. All in favor? We stand adjourned.
you got it.